What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So literally right before news time is scheduled to go live, we had a data download which pushed a lot of new things to global, which is really exciting to see. First of all, as you can see right here, we've got a brand new Sugo Fest arriving, which does include Sabo and Koala. Honestly, I think this character might be on global upon their release, probably the best legend in the game, equaling with Luffy and Law, in my personal opinion. I think this character is just insane with what that they can do, especially with the characters that are coming out in the future. They're gonna get even better. This character is so powerful, and we'll get to that in another video. In this video today, I'm mainly just talking about all of the new news as well as this Sugo Fest information. So let's get into the Sugo Fest information and we'll talk about the rest of the other stuff that was data downloaded along with this. So here we go with Sabo and Koala starting on the 26th of November 1900 PST. Even though I say it in videos, people still wonder about when it starts. You can literally look at the date right there next to the summon button. 26th of November is when it will begin, and I will be live streaming some Sugo Fest pulls. So if you guys want to come ahead and check that out, I will be live on my Sugo Fest over on Twitch. Probably 3 to 6 multis is how many I'll be doing for this Sugo Fest. But as for the information, in this Sugo Fest, you will have a 2 times rate to get Sugo Fest exclusive characters. This is a massive draw to this specific Sugo Fest, and I think that's what a lot of people are going to be seeing, and they're going to say, you know, it's a double legend rate, it's worth summoning for. And I completely agree with some of you guys, but I do think that it is worth saving your rainbow gems for a future Sugo Fest. Even though it is a double legend rate, you got to remember, we only just got Luffy and Law, and I think a lot of people are still trying to recover and recuperate their gems from that. And despite it is a 2 times Legend Raid Sugo Fest, I think, in my opinion, it is better to save, because this Sugo Fest batch, like, the rare recruits themselves aren't really that good. And I think it's kind of a waste spending your rainbow gems on this particular Sugo Fest. I would honestly suggest saving your gems until Stampede or Kaido. That's what I would suggest. But obviously, it's your gems at the end of the day, and it is a double Legend Raid Sugo Fest, so you can't really go wrong. But this is just my guidance I would give to you guys anyway. New Sabo and Koala appear as voiced Sugo Fest exclusive double character, along with Lindbergh, Bello Betty, and Karasu. Karasu is really good, but Lindbergh and Bello Betty, they could have been so much better. And obviously, it's an all-gold Sugo Fest, which is really good. On December the 2nd to December 5th, all 3 parts of the Sugo Fest will be available, so you can do ahead and do the, you know, parts 1, 2, and 3, the discounted multis, and then when they reset on the 2nd of December, you can do the discounted multis again, which is pretty good. So moving on, it's got information about Sabo and Koala. I'll talk about that when we actually get to that particular video. But as I said, this Sugo Fest is going to be available for 3 parts. So obviously you got the first part for 2 days, and then the 2 days after that you got part 2. 2 days after that you've got part 3, and then for the next 3 days you've got the all 3 parts available. So this Sugo Fest goes for a week, and obviously with all the resets, you'll be able to do a lot of discounted multis here if you do choose to do that. 10+1 rare recruit will reset, obviously, which we already know. Now, all 3 parts have the exact same Sugo Fest structure, so it really does not matter which part you pull on. Honestly, it just is, you know, whichever part you have the least amount of characters, or if there's a particular character that you really want to get, you just pull on that particular part, because yeah, parts 1, 2, and 3 have the exact same structure, and there's no like guaranteed specific legend at a certain part of the multi. Like, there's no new super evolution that you can pull guaranteed on this Sugo Fest or anything like that. All 3 parts are the same. So, first multi is 30 rainbow gems. Always really good to get the discount. Second and 5th multi, all wanted posters, free spirit characters are rate boosted. We've never seen this particular type of thing before. I don't really know how I feel about that. In my personal opinion, what I would have preferred is if the 2nd and 5th multi were a guaranteed recommended unit, so that if you get, you know, a gold on the 11th poster of 2 and 5, it would be a guaranteed new batch character. Or if it's a red, it's a guaranteed rate boosted red. That's how I would have preferred it, but, you know, it is what it is. We can't really change it now. The 3rd and 6th multi on all parts is just a guaranteed red, so that's fine. The 8th multi, last wanted poster, is a guaranteed legend at max special level. Okay, the 10th multi is a limited pool legend, and the 12th and 15th multi is a limited pool legend with max special level. I don't really like the fact that it takes 8 multis, no, not even 8, it takes 10 multis to get a limited pool legend. That is really expensive. I would have preferred if at least the 8th multi at least the 8th multi be a limited pool legend. I don't know, I feel like they should definitely make the limited pool legends a little bit more accessible, considering that, you know, the limited pools, you know, they're the ones that you want to be going for, and I feel like having to spend that much cash or to get a limited pool legend is kind of it's kind of annoying. I would have preferred it as if it was down to 8 at the very least, but as I said, I'll be doing probably 6 max, so that'll get me at least 2 legends, and we'll see how that goes, but we'll see. And that's basically it. So all 3 parts have the exact same structure. Part 1, for the rate boosted characters, you've got Sabo and Koala, obviously, and you can pull them as their 6-star form, which is cool. Sabo and Koala, obviously, there again. Personally, in my opinion, I would have preferred it as if you can't pull their 6-star form. I know it's kind of like, it's really like OCD, but I feel like it's better if you just pull the 5-star character, then evolve that 5-star character, so you can get, you know, the actual log entry into your voyage log. That's just my opinion anyway. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but, you know, it is what it is. Luffy and Law are also boosted on part 1 as well. Whitebeard and Marco, Barto and Cavendish, V2 Katakuri, and V2 Sanji. So I think definitely V2 Sanji is the least desirable character here, but even still, he's still really good. So that's a really nice limited pool. So these are just giving you a glimpse as to the rate boosted units on that particular part. There's obviously going to be more rate boosted characters on this part, but as for the limited pool, that's a very, very good limited pool. For part 2, you've got Sabo and Koala, and Zeus and Prometheus, and also Charlotte Cracker is pullable as a 6-star as well. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of weird. You've also got, obviously, the 5-star versions of those characters, Cracker, V2 Big Mom, and Sabo and Koala. You also have Carrot, Capone, and Brooke. I think overall, part 1 is definitely better comparing part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is way, way better. And then for part 3, for the 6-star forms, you can pull Sabo and Koala, V2 Mihawk, and Sanji and Judge. I don't know why they're doing that. No one really wants to pull their 6-star forms, unless if you're literally making a new account. Having the 6-star form is more useful because the character is more powerful. Outside of that, no one really wants to pull the 6-star form of the character, so I don't know why they choose to do this. For the 5-star units, you've also got Sabo Koala, V2 Mihawk, Judge, and Sanji. V2 Zoro is here as well, so V2 Zoro and V2 Mihawk are boosted on the same part. That's pretty interesting. Dogcat is here as well, and Dex Sabo. Part 3 is actually pretty good. I'm a big fan of part 3. I think part 2 could have been a little better. The fact that they've got Brooke, that definitely weighs down that particular rate boosted batch, and part 1 is very, very good. And obviously we don't have the full boosted list right now. When the banner officially goes live in game, it'll give you a full list of boosted rare recruits and such. So if there are certain rare recruits that you're missing, you can pull in the parts that they're rate boosted and such. So that's pretty cool. So that's it for the Sugo Fest that is going to be coming on the 26th of November, 1900 PST time. And as I said, I'll be uploading another video talking about all of the Sugo Fest characters in much greater detail. But also with this data download, we got a couple of other things. We also got this banner, a class pickup Sugo Fest, along with a brand new limited rare recruit. We actually got limited rare recruit Carrot. It is debuting on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. This banner isn't very good, honestly. It is a Sugo Fest, but I wouldn't suggest pulling on this. If you're going to be pulling, you should be pulling on this one. But this one does have limited rare recruits at the end of the day. So let's have a look. Does it show which limited rare recruits are available? So you got Carrot, the New Rogue, Pedro, Jewelry Bonnie, and Ben Beckman. All of those are actually really good. I think Ben Beckman is a little average, but the rest of them are top tier limited rare recruits. So that's actually not too bad. You've also got some other ones here as well. You can see Pudding as well, Nafatari VV, Burundi World, Kinemon. Yeah, because you've got different parts, because you've got one part for Free Spirit and Driven, and one part for Cerebral and Fighter. So it really depends on what you want to be pulling on here. But again, it is a Sugo Fest, and you've either got this one or you've got a 2x Legend Rate Sugo Fest. I think it's a pretty easy decision which one to be pulling on here. I know some people really want those limited rare recruits, but I mean, come on. It's a double legend rate. You can't pass that up if you do choose to pull. But I do suggest to save your gems. Save your gems for Bullet or for Kaido. Makes a lot of sense. Also, there is another like little raid sort of thing that's coming out. This came out around the time of Sabo and Koala on JP, and this character is actually really, really good. So it's a brand new Leo. You can see it comes at 30 stamina, and basically what happens is you can farm this character to max his special, but you can see he actually has his own limit break crystals that you can farm from the event as well. And I would highly suggest maxing this character out, because he's going to be good for the next Colosseum character that will actually drop on Global as well. So this is the Leo, this is his unevolved version, but his special ability will reduce the crew's bind and increase damage duration by 4 turns, and reduces enemies' blue shield defense up by 4 turns. So great utility here. He's a free spirit striker, can be run in a bunch of different teams. Definitely worth farming for, and it is going to be pretty easy. When this drops, I will be uploading a video playing through it with a variety of different teams, so definitely look forward to that one. But outside of that, that seems to be all of the data pushes right now. The Sabo and Koala Sugo Fest, the class restricted Sugo Fest with limited rare recruit Carrot, and the brand new Leo. And I assume over the next couple of days we'll get a data download probably once again for Colosseum Morley, which is coming to global as well. But there we go, that's the full rundown of the brand new Sugo Fest and all the data. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.